there's a little bit of rotation, other areas of energy, other areas of technology. Yesterday and then today, CrowdStrike up strongly the last two sessions. It's up 5.5% today. Now, we've probably outrun our coverage here. Okay. Are we looking for a parabolic move in CrowdStrike? We had earnings back here in late November. We got it probably another month and a half before it announces earnings. There's room for it to run. Does CrowdStrike have significant, does it have significant short interest? CRWD. So go here to statistics. At points it has, but in this case, the answer is no. The short interest is not significant. This is not necessarily a short squeeze in the purest sense, but maybe adding to it just a little bit. What we're seeing today in CrowdStrike, this is a 12 Jan expiration. You can get a gamma squeeze. And the gamma squeeze today occurred at, had some interest at 270. The 270 strike, it starts to go in the money. It starts to push. You'll see more interest at volume at 275 as well. If we come down, we look at today's option statistics, a lot of it occurring between the market. Time and sales, we're going to focus on Jan 12 calls. So again, quantity. So the point is, it's hard to kind of dissect this, but if we come in, we look at, let's look at the 270 strike. More info, toss charts, 1 day, 1 minute, 1 day, 1 minute. This took off right off the bat here, right? 200, 500, 600, another 700. So you're at about 2,000 contracts within 3 minutes. So within 3 minutes, you're at 2,000 contracts. So right about here, 733, you would have popped up on a search with 2,000 contracts on CrowdStrike. And that was this initial reaction right here. We consolidated a little while and then we took off again. But this was the gamma squeeze, right? Right off the bat. Now, what oftentimes happens is we start to move out to the next one. We already get the push. The market's for right now at about 270. All right. So we traded the 270s to start with, then the 275s. My guess, the 275s start to kick in on the second round. We'll see what happened here, right? 735, we saw it start to kick in a little bit more at around 742. But cumulatively, it took a little while. We started to see a little bit more here on 742 to 745. This was kind of that little push right there, for example. We look at another one here out at 280. And you'll see it just gets moved out as the strikes continue to go higher. But again, initially right there, second tranche right here to about 745. Another kicker. Nah, it's not a whole lot though. Yeah, so this is just cumulative, just trading throughout the course of the trading, not really creating a gamma squeeze other than the first few minutes. A lot of these actually traded in the first few minutes. Point being is that CrowdStrike, do we have maybe a 280 potential target? I mean, it's probably reasonable. We're going to look at just other stocks that we can maybe see here. 280 is not too far away though. That's the problem, right? Could we goose it and push to 300? Absolutely you can. Now we go off this long consolidation right here and we kind of break out. This we could look at as our seed wave for a potential target. We'll see how close we are here to 423. That's the 423 right there. So my guess, we're looking at this, that we're probably getting close to exhausting the move. Volume down here, you can see we've been well above average the last two sessions, adding to kind of this accentuated move right now. But again, this is a really extended trend in CrowdStrike. The options are helping to drive the gamma squeeze. Now, here's the deal though. Prior ALH on Crowd is 248.48 and 11.21. Yeah, so let's look at that. So we'll go back here. Our highs. Could we go to 300?